Hi, how is everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. I had a situation this morning with my son and daughter, mostly my eldest son, and really brought me to think about this topic about perfecting. Like really, it's a topic that really connects with those that do see themselves or connect with being a perfectionist or connected with needing approval and acceptance for the things that we do. And so this morning, Russell was really quite off, and I said, "What's going on?" And anyways, what came and then eventually came out was the fact that my daughter Summer had been saying, maybe you should just act more like me. She just thinks she's pretty. She is this shining light, and she loves herself, and it's amazing. And she's not as sensitive as Russell with being a pleaser. So for him, hearing this, he really took it personally. And for him, we've been working around this concept of not connecting to what other people think, and not tying what other people think up with his sense of self-worth. So one other thing we had this year is that he has this teacher. He's in grade 2. He has this teacher who was an old, comes from Europe, and it has a very old school perspective on how one should be learning and the way that a classroom should be run. And for a really creative, imaginative boy, this is really tough. But also for a boy who really cares about, feeling connected, and who really is a perfectionist and really is a pleaser. This is really difficult to not let his sense of self-worth get wrapped up in it. And I think so many of us can relate to this. I know I can relate to it on many levels too. And so this morning, as I've done before, as I was talking to him about it, I really was aware more than ever of what Brene Brown often talks about with shame. And really, I think he does feel, because he is feeling this connection to his worth being how well he's cooperating. So because my husband's away, we've been really trying to, and with any time, but especially just right now, wrangling 3 kids in the morning, and at bedtime, I'm really asking for cooperation. And my kids are great at cooperating, but Summer sees herself as being the best cooperator at the moment. So that's where this morning thing came out. And so I said to him that it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing, and it doesn't matter what anyone else is saying. What matters most is what you're feeling inside. And if you know you're doing the very best job that you can do, being all that you are in any given moment, then that is the very best. And that is perfect. So even with his teacher this year and living in that classroom that he's living in, we've worked on this. And one of the biggest things I think that I've really learned from this experience is that it's when things are not spoken, it's when the shame isn't spoken, that it actually rules and has power over us. So I know when Russell was off this year, and then when I dug in a little deeper, there'd been some incidents at school that had really affected him and had upset him, and almost the unspeakable is what creates the power. So I invite you, if you are feeling like you've done something wrong, that you haven't done something perfect, that if you haven't, fit into that idea of what you think you should be, or if something hasn't been received in the way that you wish it would be received, then just to take an extra breath and just really look at what your connection to your self-worth within it is. So another example for me is, these videos. Here I am, chit-chattering to my phone, and you lovely people who are tuning in and whoever may watch this later. But the reality is, no one may watch. Maybe no one's going to like it. Maybe no one's going to comment. But there's something in me right now and I'm mindful of this being this way. I am not looking for the number of likes or comments or resonating, who is resonating with it, in connection to my value in this world. I feel really strongly that the reason I am doing this, the reason I am sharing in this medium, is because it's a new way for me to share what I'm passionate about, share what I know that was put on this planet to share. And so where there would be a problem is if I am looking in at the videos, how many people have viewed, who's commented, who's liked, what are people saying. And I think we get really easily caught up in that. And so if there was a day where I didn't have many views or likes or comments or whatever, and I was really looking at these videos as the thing that brought my worth, my value in this world, then I may feel pretty crappy about myself. So the thing that is the bravest thing that we can do, and the thing that really allows us to be truly authentic, is to be mindful of where our values are. So my values aren't in success and recognition and approval. My values are in showing up every day as courageous as I can, as brave as I can, and in as much truth as I can. And I think that's how we can avoid shame. And that's what I was these are the lessons that I'm regularly trying to teach my sweet boy, is that this is all about being our best us every single day, and knowing that that is perfect, that there is such value in that, and the bravery of showing up for all you are is exactly what this world needs and is what our job is. So I invite you to just today take an extra moment to show up in all you are and to be all you are. And if someone doesn't love it, it's okay, because you know you are being brave enough to show up in all you are. So with that, sending much love for a beautiful Wednesday. I would love to know what I'd love for you to share something that maybe makes you, an incident that maybe brought shame for you. And in conjunction with that, some way that you are stepping out, being courageous and more authentically you than maybe you were yesterday or an hour ago. So I would love to hear all of your stories. And thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. And I will be back to chat again soon. Okay, wishing you a beautiful day. Bye.